Yes, please come.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Please have a seat.
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, sir.
So, Aditi.
Yes, sir.
All right. Aditi, introduce yourself.
I'm Aditi CHOUGULE, sir. I belong to Kolhapur district of Maharashtra, and I have pursued my civil engineering from Walchand College of Engineering, Sangli in Maharashtra. After that, I have started my preparation for the UPSC examination. Meanwhile, I have also pursued my master's in sociology, and I have cleared my UGC NET in sociology as well. In my free time, sir, I enjoy spending time in my gardening. Along with that, I'm associated with one NGO for education sector, and I'm teaching for the NGO, sir.
Oh, that's very good. And so, presently you are not working anywhere else,
No, sir.
only with NGO.
Yes, sir.
So, how important are NGOs in our life?
Sir, NGOs are an important sector of the society, as they are they are acting as an additional member of the societal structure, wherein the government cannot reach or the governmental facilities cannot completely dealt with. However, NGOs are also important in order to check the regulation over the government, as they can inform people about various initiatives as well as various steps taken over the government and the progress that has been taken off, and also they can focus on the overall development of the society in terms of provision of additional facilities and additional capital or infrastructure availability at the ground levels.
Aditi, there was an NGO called Greenpeace.
Yes, sir.
And there are many more also. So, what was the controversy surrounding Greenpeace?
Sir, there were some reports by the governmental intelligence agencies which were stating that such kind of NGOs has been used by the foreign countries or foreign non-state actors, etc., in order to hinder the development of the country, and they are being used to slow down the progress of our country, sir.
So, recently government shut down more than 2 lakh NGOs. Are you aware?
Yes, sir.
So, what was the reason? Means, how do we see genuineness of an NGO? And tell me the contribution of CSR in promotion of an NGO.
Sir, various NGOs have been shut down by government under the regulations that has been brought in after Foreign Contribution Regulations Act. Along with that, sir, there were various controversies regarding the inadequate fulfillment of inadequate filing of the financial activities of the NGOs. But sir, I think NGOs play an important role, and there are various honest NGOs which are working actually for the cause of people, sir. So not all NGOs should be targeted. And CSR plays an important role in case of NGO, as they are giving the financial capital to the NGOs. So they are benefiting the NGOs in terms of working more effectively, sir.
There is one school of thought which feels that what government should do, NGOs are doing. How do you react to that?
I don't agree it completely, sir. NGOs are helping government or acting as
all right, fine. Maratha reservation,
yes, sir,
is a big issue these days. Can you tell me more? What are the legal implications involved in Maratha reservation?
Sir, today itself, Maharashtra government in an additional assembly session provided 10% reservation to the Maratha community. It is breaching the Indra Swahani limit, that is 50% limit that has been set by the Supreme Court. But sir, Maharashtra government is stating that based on the report from the State Backward Commission, it has given the provision. And I think, sir, however, I'm not aware about the exact data that has been provided by the Backward Class Commission. So, presently the state has given 10% additional reservation, sir.
All right. One last question I want to ask you is pollution in rivers due to solid waste. What can be done to check this kind of pollution? You have done some work in solid waste management
Yes,
also.
sir. Yes, sir.
So you are the best person to tell me. Solid waste in rivers, what to do?
Sir, the problem should be dealt at multiple level. In terms of public level, change in the pattern of behavior of people is important. As I have seen that people are not aware about the repercussions associated because of the solid waste pollution or directly mixing it with the waters. So if people are made aware, we have seen the positive results from the people who are acting in order to stop such practices and putting pressure on the governmental bodies to avoid such pressure. In terms of governmental level, sir, the proper local bodies should be involved for creation of ecosystem for solid waste management at local unit with involvement of private sector and unorganized sector. The proper collection of waste can be done and proper treatment can be done. With the help of reduce, reuse, recycling technologies, we can minimize the waste and the remaining inert waste can be used with the help of scientific landfill sites, sir.
Thank you.
So good afternoon, Aditi.
Good afternoon, sir.
So you teach for an NGO.
Yes,
So whom do you teach?
sir, there is one NGO called Yerla Project Society in Sangli district of Maharashtra. So there I am associated.
Which type of students? Are they small kids or? big
Sir, these are high school students from 7th to 10th standard.
Oh, 7 to 10. So there was some ACER report. So can you highlight the findings?
Yes, sir. Sir, recent ACER report highlighted the lack of foundational literacy present among the rural students, almost in 50% of students. They have stated that the majority of students from age group of 14 to 16 were not able to complete the
Okay.
mathematics.
So Aditi, let's say you are DM of a district, let's say Kolhapur only, and it has so many villages. So how would you improve basic literacy among the students of your district?
Sir, in terms of teacher, first training to the teacher in order to incorporate various innovative technologies should be done. As we have seen in case of Tare Zameen Par movie, they have shown various different innovative technologies that can methods that can be used. Along with that, a provision of various new types of materials in terms of digital infrastructure and other fun-based, activity-based materials should be provided at school level. Along with that, sir, involvement of parents is an important factor as parents can keep check on the progress of the students.
Okay, Aditi, what do you understand by Atmanirbhar Bharat?
Sir, Atmanirbhar Bharat is the new agenda of our government in order to make India self-reliant and independent and the development of various indigenous technologies, indigenous capacity building in order to become the new world leader, sir.
But our trade deficit with China is on the rise. So what further steps should be taken?
Sir, in order to deal with the trade deficit, we have to consider various factors associated with it. First, we have to develop our manufacturing capacity. Along with that, we have to focus on more innovative technologies and innovative economic sector, rise of various technologies, research and development we should focus on. And along with that, sir, skill development is an important factor as majority of our workforce is engaged in the agriculture sector. We have to diverse that, sir.
Aditi, as a student of sociology, what 3 changes would you like to change in our present society?
Sir, the first segment which I would like to focus is women empowerment, sir.
Second?
Second is communal conflict eradication.
Okay.
And sir, third sector which I would like to inculcate is strengthening of more family value system in India, sir.
Okay. And why do you wish to join civil services?
Sir, there are multiple reasons behind civil services. As I came to know with the then CEO of Sangli district about the various aspects associated with civil services, various aspects interested me in civil services, majority of which were the diversity and the challenges associated in it. Along with that, sir, the stability in terms of job security is also important for me, sir.
Okay, so thank you, Aditi. I pass on to the next one.
Yeah, good afternoon, Aditi.
Good afternoon.
Aditi, you were talking about your desire to get into civil services. Do you think there is a need for doing reservation for women in civil services?
Ma'am, presently I'm not aware about the percentage of women that has been present in the civil services. But however, ma'am, yes, we can provide the reservation for women in the civil services also, because it will give them an extra opportunity to get better represented in the civil services, ma'am.
So you don't think merit will be compromised by giving reservation to women in civil services?
No, ma'am, merit will not be get compromised, as we have reservation for different sections in the society, and we take care that merit will not be the issue. However, every section of society get represented in the services, and they get opportunity to be part of the civil services.
Coming to UCC, it is a step towards women empowerment to bring justice to them. You were talking about women empowerment. Do you agree that live-in relationship, which has been made mandatory to register in Uttarakhand, is a right step in the right direction? Is it not against right to privacy and individual freedom?
Yes, ma'am, I don't agree with the provision of compulsory registration of live-in relationships, though they have given the reason that it will provide an additional security layer for women especially. But however, I feel that live-in relationship is under right to privacy, and one should be given choice whether if someone is interested, then they should register, but it should not be a compulsory provision, ma'am.
So nobody will like to be registered live-in relationship, as it is generally against the established social norms, though it has become very common now. So who will go for registration? Then where was the need to incorporate this provision in UCC?
Ma'am, there are few people who are, because of the rising social media trends and various movies and web culture that is developing in our society, the idea of live-in relationship is getting popularized. And some people are willingly showcasing that they are in live-in relationship system. So such people who are willing to showcase that they are interested, and those who want the security benefits associated with it, they will get registered themselves, ma'am. But provision of compulsory registration is against their personal rights, ma'am.
Something is happening in Maharashtra politics. Ajit Pawar versus Sharad Pawar. It has been going on for so many days. And people are questioning the role of the speaker, what he has done. What do you think, where the things have gone wrong, whether they have gone wrong, whether there is a need to look into the functioning of speaker, his powers and, duties or whatever? What is your view on this?
Ma'am, in case of Maharashtra, the role of speaker has been doubted by various sections of the society. And the case is also registered, the parties have registered cases also against the decision of speaker. And I feel, ma'am, there is need to there is a need for amendment in the 10th schedule and the role of speaker associated with it, because as the speakers don't have the expertise related to the legal matters.
So what sort of amendment do you think should be done?
Ma'am, in some states such as UK, I guess, I'm not sure about the state, ma'am, but in some foreign countries, they have the additional committee to suggest the speaker about the various factors associated with the issue, such as the legal factors. Along with that, such committee has the representation from leader of opposition also. So such thing can be done. Along with that, the judicial guidance or expertise can also be involved in order to make the comprehensive decision.
Aditi, let's talk about the economy of the nation. What is the state of inflation at present, and what is the role of food inflation in overall inflation of the country?
Ma'am, as per my knowledge, the rate of total inflation is about 4.5% presently.
Is it already, or is it the target? Anyways, please proceed. Yeah.
Yeah. So food inflation has been rising, ma'am. Since from the last 1 year, we have seen, due to various geopolitical issues and various agricultural issues, the food inflation has been rising. However, government is taking steps in order to control the food inflation itself, in order terms such as curbing the export of various commodities.
Mm-hmm. What is the government doing about pulses? There was a very high level meeting committee which met just few days back, and Secretary Agriculture made some announcements. Are you aware of what exactly they are planning to do for pulses? And how much is the role of pulses in the food inflation of the country?
Ma'am, I'm just aware about the fact that the government is targeting to get self-sufficient in pulses.
How?
I'm not aware about the exact provisions of the meeting, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Aditi.
Aditi, as a sociologist, how do you see the agrarian distress in Maharashtra, which is leading to large number of suicides?
Sir, the multiple factors behind the agrarian distress are there. The first one is the lack of credit availability to the farmers. Along with that, the irrigation network is not sufficient. Also, because of climate change, the productivity has been declining and the financial burden of farmers increasing because of the double farming or double sowing which they are required. Also, there are various cultural reasons behind the farmer's suicide, sir, because the financial burden over the farmer is increasing because of increasing expenditure over marriage and dowry system, sir. So, this all creating the indebtedness which is resulting in farmer suicide, sir.
But strangely, why the farmers from Maharashtra are not participating in the agitation? Although the farmers from Punjab are well off, they are having problem, so many problems, but farmers from Maharashtra are not participating. Why? What could be the reason?
Sir, I'm not aware about exact reasons, but however, I can guess, sir, that in Maharashtra, majority of farmers are small and marginalized farmers, and their main concern is increasing the productivity of the farming.
So, are you saying this MSP problem is largely confined to farmers holding large chunks of land?
No, sir, but in case of Punjab, Haryana side, they don't have issue as much associated with the production because they are getting good production quantity. Also, there are big land farmers because of which the production also increases as the capital available with them is more. In case of Maharashtra, sir, irrigation is problem. Also, productivity is the problem, sir. So,
Aditi, what are your views regarding MSP? What is the problem of the farmers from Punjab and other parts, and they are agitating? What is their issue, more problem, and why they are demanding MSP? But farmers in Tamil Nadu, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, there is not such much problem. Why?
No, sir, I'm not exactly aware about the situation.
You are not even aware about this whole MSP problem.
Sir, I'm known that the demands of the
But
farmers.
as an informed sociologist, you must understand all the pinpoints of the society. How
Yes, sir,
come
I'll
that
look
you are
in-
not aware?
I will look into the matter, sir.
Regarding usage of these pellet guns, what are your views? Whether there can be any situation where the police is entitled to use it, or the time has come that you should ban it. What are the evil consequences of using this?
Sir, as per my information, the use of such techniques is the last resort when police uses it to control the mob. However, in recent times, there are various other technologies also or other methods also which are used in the foreign countries, such as use of sound waves or some heat wave kind of situations which they are using. So, we have to look into such kind of methods if available with us and we can implement it with effectively. We should go for that option, sir.
Aditi, Greece has passed a law legalizing same-sex marriage, and it is a ultra-orthodox Christianity to follow, and it is the 37th country to permit same-sex marriage. What are your views on this? As a sociologist, how do you see this?
Sir, same-sex marriage is a good thing. That legalizing it is a good thing because we get to provide additional benefits or additional safety features to those who are associated with it, and also as recognition of same-sex people is important to give them identity and also dignity in the society. So
But what were the issues? This is a very generic comment, but when the issue was being debated a month or 2 months back before Supreme Court, it said that we are not the right body to discuss. What were the issues why the Supreme Court was reluctant to allow it under the Special Marriage Act, which they could have easily done?
So such kind of things should come from the bottom of the society, and it is the act of the legislative department because they are the representative of the society. So such acts.
But as a sociologist, you will understand many a times law is an instrument of change.
Yes.
Many times the society may evolve and demand a requirement of new law may come. There are many situations where the law has transformed. Can you think of situations where law has acted as a catalyst to bring social change? Like there may be practices which are abhorrent, where the law was a medium to bring a social change.
Yes, sir. In various past cases, in case of women empowerment, we have seen that law acted as a...
Be specific.
Sir, in terms of banning of sati practice, along with that inheritance to the women, the law acted as a supporter to the...
I will give you like Child Marriage Restraint Act.
Yes, sir.
There could many. Can you illustrate 4 important? I can give you readily, but I want you to give chance to tell us 4 things which law has brought a change in society.
Sir, Special Marriage Act, which provided for interfaith marriages. Along with that, inheritance in Hindu Marriage Act, which has given women the inheritance right.
Like double marriage, it's not, bigamy is not permitted in law. It's a law was an instrument of change. Otherwise, in Hinduism, it was always not barred.
Yes, sir.
So there are many changes where a law come. Why can't in this same-sex law be the bringer of change? Why can't law bring a change?
So definitely law can bring a change. However, there are initially issues related with the documentation of the law because there
documentation of law means?
Sir, because one of the advocate has presented that there are multiple sections of LGBT community and it is difficult to legalize the same-sex marriage that they are saying. Along with that, the reluctance of the society is more right now. So that's why they are not trying to bring in the law. But however, I feel, sir, there should be the law which should promote the same-sex marriage, sir.
Thank you.
Aditi, in one of the question asked to you, you were advocating about that you love to have family values in your career or something, in your district or something, family values. But in another question, you are answering, you are advocating right to privacy, personal rights. Now these personal rights, right to privacy of individual, they are individual rights or individual thing is there. And on the one hand, you want to have a family value. Generally, in a family value, in a family system, the people residing within that family, they have to sacrifice a lot of things and they have to adjust to a lot of things. There has to be sort of adjustment in a family. But in the individual right, which you are later advocating, individual rights, personal rights, they are I am the supreme or me, it is me, something like that. So how you reconcile these two statements of yours?
Sir, this is not true that these are family values or personal values are completely contradictory to each other. However, it is a time when we combine both together and support such kind of family values, sir, wherein we respect individual rights and individual choices, along with we support them emotionally, sir.
Okay, good. Aditi, can you tell me how the languages in India, how they influence the society? We speak so many languages. How they influence the society? You could tell me some negative influence, some positive influence. How, or they are binding the society, or they are disintegrating the society. Language, role of language in society formation, or
Sir,
society development.
Language plays an important role in terms of integration of the society also, because some of the languages resemble each other, which leads to a feeling of connectedness among the different sections. Along with that, language helps us to promote the expressions so that people can be brought in together. However, in terms of negative connotations, sir, languages can promote some negative mindsets, and such as in case of women, sir, many a times we have seen that the derogatory languages or words used are especially based on the women in the society, sir, or some slang words are dedicated mostly towards the women, which kind of
but language in reference to a geological area, geographical area, say state versus state or something.
language gives a specific identity to the geographical region, sir.
Okay. Aditi, if you could tell me, how do you consider the demonetization that happened in India? Was it a good exercise or a bad exercise?
Sir, the intention behind the demonetization exercise was good, as it was targeted towards the removal of black money. However, the overall success that has been seen from the reports was not that great, or that was expected from it. However, one positive outcome of it was, sir, the digitization got more promoted, as much of the money got involved in the bank sector, and legalization has made possible because of it, sir.
Aditi, you are also interested in home gardening. Now, you do home gardening where you have got some land, you know.
Yes, sir.
So, in India, many people reside in flats, 20, 34 manzil, 35 manzil or something like that. What they do about this gardening, they are also interested in gardening. What they can do?
So there are different methods, such as vertical gardening is there. Along with that, terrace gardening is the new concept right now, which is getting famous. So such kind of things they can use in, sir.
Okay. My last question is about Navy. Indian Navy is getting stronger day by day nowadays. A lot of things is being done by Indian Navy. Who is considered as father of modern Indian Navy?
Sir, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj is considered as the father of Indian Navy, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Aditi.
Thank you, sir.
So, Aditi, we have asked you a lot of questions. If you think any area of your depth we have not covered, so I can ask you one last question.
No, sir. Thank you, sir.
It's all covered?
Yes.
So, you can wait, Aditi. We'll call you.
Thank you, sir.
So, Aditi, how you think about your own performance?
Sir, in some questions I was comfortable, but however in some questions I got confused and did not answer well, sir.
Aditi, your personality is very good, and you are good overall. You know, our assessment is that you are a very good personality. Your communication, clarity of thought, and your understanding and knowledge. At places we found you to be very long. You need to check on length of
Yes.
your answers. You need to prioritize. You need to structure your replies. In some of the cases, not all. And now I'll come to specifics. Maratha reservation, you were good. River pollution, you could have connected it with Ganga action plan as well. You know. So
Yes.
that was the core of it. Then NGOs and CSR, you tackled it very well. It's a very sensitive issue, but you tackled it well. Government, yes, but government cannot be there all the time. So there has to be help by civil society. So that's it. In all my questions, I found you to be good, except river pollution you could have improved.
Yes, sir.
Aditi, I find you a very good candidate. You're quite calm, quite balanced, sober personality. You answered very well. What I find a little bit long is, answers are not to the point actually. So you go off and on in the narrative mode actually. So I was listening to your answers. So don't go to a narrative mode.
Okay.
Be focused on the questions. The material is there, the content is there, but how the delivery, delivery point wise, if you do that, it will help you much more. Actually, it will be better for you. Overall, you are a very good candidate. You'll do very well. All the best.
बहुत बढ़िया आंसर किया। सेम सेक्स मैरिज में इश्यूज को पहले आप समझिए, ये कॉम्प्लिकेटेड इशू है। ये कोर्ट के पास आया था किस काम के लिए कि हमें स्पेशल मैरिज एक्ट पे कर दो। वो कहा कि हम नहीं कर सकते बिकॉज इट इन्वॉल्व सो मेनी कॉम्प्लेक्स इश्यूज। It is not about two people's right which we are recognizing. It involves succession, it involves adoption, it involves so many other issues. Domestic violence होगा, बहुत सारी चीजें हैं जो
And one most, there are more than 70 type of characterization. 70, more than 70.
which is LGBTQ plus
plus.
endless है। ये कोर्ट के पास ये पॉलिसी मेकिंग के लिए वो है ही नहीं, आपके पास वेरविथाल ही नहीं है। 5 जज मिल के इसको डिसाइड नहीं कर सकते हैं, इसको संसद को ही बनाना पड़ेगा। ग्रीस में भी संसद ने ही बनाया है। हाँ, प्रेशर ग्रुप, आप प्रेशर बिल्ड कीजिए जब भी पार्लियामेंट अपने ठीक समझेगी। इट्स अ लेजिस्लेटिव विजडम ऑफ द पार्लियामेंट टू डिसाइड आफ्टर टेकिंग, क्योंकि पार्लियामेंट जब इन्वॉल्व होती है एक बहुत बड़ी तादाद में उनके पास व्यूज आती हैं स्टेक होल्डर्स की, 50 चीजों को वो सोच सकते हैं। तो वो चीजें मंथन होने के बाद ही, सारे व्यूज को लेने के बाद ही कोर्ट नहीं कर सकता। कोर्ट ने ठीक कर दिया, डीक्रिमिनलाइज कर दिया। जहां तक क्रिमिनलिटी की बात थी उन्होंने कर दी। मैरिज इज एन इंस्टीट्यूशन व्हिच रिक्वायर्स सैंक्शन कि भाई ये पॉजिटिव एक्ट। उस मसले में मेरे हिसाब से पार्लियामेंट इज द राइट बॉडी टू डिसाइड। दैट्स व्हाट द कोर्ट हैज आल्सो सेड, डिसाइड। जब टाइम ठीक आएगा पार्लियामेंट विल टेक एंड कंसीडर इट एंड डिसाइड व्हाटएवर इज पॉसिबल। वी हैव टू वेट टिल देन, है कि नहीं?
हाँ।
तो कुछ बुनियादी बातों को समझिए तो फिर आपको व्यू बनाने में आसान होगा। आपको पर्सनल व्यू हैज टू बी कंसिस्टेंट विद द लॉज एज ऑफ नाउ, व्हाट वाज द इशू करके। तो वेरी गुड, डूइंग वेरी वेल। और ये भी देखिए, बाकी पंजाब वाले एमएसपी पे तो आपने कुछ बताया ही नहीं। क्या एमएसपी है, क्यों, क्या इसकी, इनकी इशू क्या है, क्यों ये मांग रहे हैं, एमएसपी क्या है, ये स्वामीनाथन कमेटी की रिपोर्ट क्या है, सरकार क्या देने के लिए तैयार है। इन चीजों का करंट अफेयर से आपको पढ़ना पड़ेगा। हाँ, पढ़िए।
Aditi, so what has been said that your personal views should be inconsistent with the laws of the land. And you can be at variance also, but then there has to be very, very solid reason. So interaction with you was really, really very wonderful, but I found you lacking in balance of judgment. You on many issues, I will tell you, it is my duty to tell you, you have read, but you don't analyze. Maybe you are not reading editorials and articles, etc. That can be one of the reasons. For example, I said reservation for women in civil services. You said, your first sentence was, ma'am, I am not aware of the percentage of women in civil services, but I feel there should be reservation. There is no connection between the two. You see, any decision is taken on the basis of some logic, some factual information. When you do not have the fact, you can't say whether there should be reservation or not reservation. It needs further study. And in any case, we are noticing since last few years, so many women, toppers, 4 or 5 first toppers are women. So on that basis, you should have built up your reply. Similarly, when I talked about mandatory registration of live-in relationship, you said you are against it. It should be left to the individual. Some people may register, then you started talking about what is live-in relationship, why it is so popular. I am not talking about that. You said those who want to register, they will register. Those who do not want to register, they will not register. Now, if I take out questions further from your statement, there can be any number of questions and you will be all the more confused. So, simple answer is, yes, they have done it with the good intention, because there have been issues like domestic violence against women, against getting their property rights and all that. But yes, the right to privacy is also another issue. While implementing, they may come across many problems, many issues, and they have to adopt some checks and balances to ensure the right to privacy is also not affected adversely. That's it. Right? Similarly, when we were talking about pulses, you were aware that a committee, a high-level meeting has taken place. Secretary Agriculture and Minister has made some statement. They said we want to become self-sufficient in pulses, but how? That answer you could not give because you have not read it. Right? So my advice to you today is, you are a wonderful personality. Update your current events.
Yes.
Read properly so that you are able to make up your mind. Whatever stand you are taking, you should be very solid on that, and you should have all the arguments in favor of your stand. All right?
Okay.
And just read. Your personality is wonderful. You will do a good job if you work on these areas. Right?
Okay.
Taking cue from madam, views without data is only a सब्जेक्टिव व्यू, इमोशनल व्यू। आपने बोला डेटा भी नहीं है, मेरी व्यू भी है, किस बात में ले लिया आपने? हवा में ले लिया ओपिनियन।
हाँ।
जब कह रहे हो कि कोई डेटा ही नहीं है, फिर आपने क्या सब्जेक्टिव व्यू ली? ये सिविल सर्वेंट का व्यू हो ही नहीं सकता। ये तो वैसे कोई आम आदमी ले सकता कि मैं मानता हूँ जी। यही मैडम शायद
हाँ।
कि आपको कह रही हैं।
Yes.
तो अदिति, आई शेयर द सेम ओपिनियन। ओवरऑल आपकी पर्सनालिटी बहुत अच्छी है, कम्युनिकेशन बहुत अच्छा है, कंटेंट में भी ओवरऑल आपने अच्छा किया है, काफी अच्छा किया ओवरऑल, एंड यू हैव द पोटेंशियल टू स्कोर द हाईएस्ट 70% कैटेगरी। वो आपकी पर्सनालिटी है, बट फॉर फ्यू एरियाज ऑफ ओपिनियन एंड कंटेंट अगर उसमें थोड़ा सा और बेटर हो जाए। दूसरा चीज जो एक है वो है थोड़े से आप लॉन्गिश हो
हाँ।
कुछ एरियाज में, तो वो रोकना पड़ रहा था। तो जैसे हम जा रहे हैं ना, तो बैकग्राउंड ज्यादा मत दीजिए, एक दो एरियाज में हो गया था ऐसा, और एक पॉइंट कम बोल दीजिए। इनकेस लगेगा कि और चाहिए तो द पैनल मेंबर विल आस्क, ये अच्छा हो जाएगा। तीसरा, एक जो वाई सिविल सर्विस वाला आंसर आया था उसमें आपने एक वर्ड यूज किया था जॉब सिक्योरिटी। इस वर्ड को यूज मत कीजिए, उसको उससे अच्छा है कि कैरियर सेटिस्फेक्शन रिप्लेस कर दीजिए। बस वर्ड्स का खेल है, तो वो थोड़ा सा कोई इनसिक्योरिटी वगैरह की तरफ चले जाएगा, या चैलेंजिंग कैरियर अपॉर्चुनिटीज, वर्ड्स चेंज करना है आपको। दूसरा, आपने एक बहुत अच्छा बोला था डाइवर्सिटी वगैरह, लेकिन उससे पहले आपने बोला था आप सांगली में किसी आईएएस से मिले थे, कभी मत बोलिए। इसके दो रीजन है, मैं आपको लॉजिक बता देता हूं, आपको किसी ने बताया होगा। नंबर 1, इट शोज दैट यू कैन बी इन्फ्लुएंस्ड इजीली। सो इज इट अ गुड थिंग फॉर अ ब्यूरोक्रेट?
No, sir.
तो इट शुड बी योर ओन डिसीजन, योर ओन रिजॉल्व। दूसरा, इट ऑल्सो अमाउंट्स टू थ्रोइंग नेम्स, कि वो आईएएस को मैं जानती ही हूं, आपका मतलब वो नहीं है, बट निकल तो ये सकता है।
Yes, sir.
तो उसको आप अवॉइड कर दीजिए। आप पब्लिक सर्विस यूज कर लो वर्ड,
हाँ।
तो खाली वर्ड्स चेंज करने हैं, मीनिंग वही रहेगा,
Okay.
है ना। बाकी आपने बहुत अच्छा किया है, आई एम श्योर यू विल स्कोर वेरी हाई।
So Aditi, we have given you 67%
Okay, sir.
for your today's performance.
Thank you, sir.
Wish you all the best.
Thank you.